Hello, everybody. Welcome to a live reaction stream from MinnMax. MinnMax is a place about games, friends, and getting better. My name is Ben Hansen. Thank you for being here. I welcome thee to this reaction stream. I'm also joined by Janet Garcia.
Hello. It's another state of play.
It's another state of play. It's just like that classic song from La La Land. Yeah, it's weird, right? Like they teased this at the end of the last state of play with very coded language. They're like, stay tuned. We have a Rebirth one coming up next week. And it's going to have an extra surprise in there for everybody. There was some weird language there where if you go back and check that reaction stream, it's like, we immediately said, oh, demo. But let's see what happens with the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth state of play here. Janet, we'll talk more about this on the upcoming episode of the MinnMax Show podcast, where we're going to be unpacking this state of play and perhaps a little bit more. So stay tuned for that. But I'm fascinated by your journey with 7 because it's like you played Remake and had a northern end of fine time with it. And now it's like, the fun thing is like 7, I guess it's a big thing. 7's like my favorite game of all time. I'm obsessed with it, all this fun stuff. You know, the deepest dive on Final Fantasy VII Remake is some of the most popular content we've ever done here at MinnMax. You can check that out on our YouTube channel, or you can get ready for the deepest dive on Rebirth, which is going to be coming up at the end of the month here. And so I'm very much in the bag for this stuff. And now it's like, I'm fascinated by your perspective because there are so many people like you that's like, oh, I liked Remake, that was cool. And now Rebirth, it almost feels intimidating. It's like, oh crap, now I need to study the ending of Remake again, like all that stuff that kind of glossed over me. Is it okay for it to have glossed? Or how are you feeling about Rebirth at this point, going in for like preparedness level?
I'm hoping to actually know, you know, what this game is about.
Okay.
Because if you played 7 Remake and you never played anything else from Final Fantasy, that you don't know what's going on. You don't know what happened. You don't.
I disagree.
Like, who is Sephiroth? No, like that's because you can't. But like you have to admit that. Can you really separate your previous knowledge from?
No,
you know.
No. I'm very much in the weeds. The thing is, like, it's 1/3 of the story, and so
like I get he's evil, but like
no, you're right. You're right.
It's like, you know. So I'm hoping that this will kind of feel more baked than the last game did, and we'll kind of like, okay, now maybe we can get going. But you know, at the end of the day, it's like, hey, I don't know who this man is, and that's fine because I guess that'll be fine later. But I don't know. It's a weird thing because it's also new again, so it's like, okay, well, let's just go and pretend like the other stuff didn't happen before.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it is definitely a flaw for Remake that they really wanted Sephiroth in there because, like, well, Sephiroth, he's the big bad of 7. We got to have him in there in Remake Part 1. But if you haven't played 7, it's just like, he's just the tall, dark, and handsome weirdo. Like, I totally get it that it's confusing and strange. I think the part is, like, outside of, like, the reasons for Sephiroth being there, which even as a super fan are more convoluted than you'd think. Keep it down. We're trying to talk about Final Fantasy 7. You know, it is kind of fun because I think these 7 novices are, their main takeaway is like, I don't know who Sephiroth is or what he's up to, right? And the fun thing is that if you're all the way down the rabbit hole, you're also going, I don't know what this Sephiroth is and what he's up to. Like, there's like 2 different layers to being confused by Sephiroth. But I think what's interesting about Remake is like, outside of the Sephiroth stuff and the ending stuff, which we're all confused by in 7 Remake, right? Like, I just don't like people who play Remake be like, I don't get it. It's a confusing story. It's like, you get it. It's like, it's a self-explanatory story, except for the ending and the origins and what Sephiroth is up to. Like that, I'm totally with you on. But the rest, it's like, it's a coherent story up until the ending. Okay. Teach their own.
We'll get into it maybe at the end of this.
Yeah.
Because maybe we'll have more to talk about.
That could be.
About.
That's right. Or on the MinnMax Show podcast, yeah.
Yeah, it'll all be, you know, it's kind of
happened to this place.
It was Sephiroth.
Yeah, that's him.
See, I told you, he's right there.
Planet.
We have to help them.
Let us know what the volume is, everybody.
Let's get to work.
Love it.
Well, all my questions were answered. What happened? It was Sephiroth.
They're Sephiroth and they're getting to work. Swing! Fantastic.
So that battle
皆さん
music.
こんにちは。
So
スクエアエニックスの北瀬義則で
this
す。
is no good.
私がシリーズプロデューサーを務めるファイナルファンタジー7の最新作ファイナルファンタジー7リバースがついに2月29日に発売いたします。
I knew he was
本作
excited.
のストーリーは主人公クラウドとその仲間たちが宿敵であるセピオスを追いかけ魔法都市ミッドガルの外にある 広大な世界へと足を踏み出すところから物語が始まります。今回のステートプレイではこのゲームの魅力を凝縮した最新のトレーラーをはじめ特別なゲーム紹介映像をご用意しています。また重要なお知らせがありますので、ぜひ番組の最後までお付き合いください。それではどうぞ。
Our announcement is there will be no demo.
Cloud, bring me the black materia.
Ooh, Janet, they're getting into it, baby. Oh my god.
I know what those are.
The beginning of the
Oh
end.
my god.
The
I don't think I want to
celebration
see
of the
this. I don't think I want to see this yet.
A watershed moment for all mankind. Hey kids, sorry we're late.
Is Aerith wearing sunglasses? Did I see that correctly?
You're going to pay! Now, who wants to be the
Where was
first
he?
lucky lady?
Hey, boss!
It's all of our friends from the
guests
last
are
game.
here.
That's also the first bit of an old game.
That's it.
That's also a sequel to the new game.
Right.
At long last,
Wait a minute.
the day returns.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
To be upstaged a second time, my friend!
Okay, all right. Roche is going to be in the Gold Saucer Battle Arena? Is that what I'm seeing?
Very good.
Okay,
The
hang
sexual
on.
tension between Sephiroth and Cloud.
What do you
Like,
mean?
What is going on?
Rage.
No, they hate each other, Janet. It's nothing but hate. Jesus Christ, they showed a lot there. I am so wary of how much they're showing.
I'm back now, Aerith. I'm back.
He got nothing off of me.
Ask that you retrieve
That's
it.
swipe right there.
The black materia, key to our oblivion. Please. It alone can liberate us from this endless dream.
What?
Passing through. You.
Tifa!
Johnny.
Hey, guys!
They're getting some sun too.
Yes.
So this is infinite wealth.
Yes.
Well,
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
How do we look?
It's so funny how like weird game trends
should
appear,
get
Yep.
yourself
seemingly like totally separate from each other. You know,
Yeah.
It's gotta be hiding some
Receipts coming out of
ginormous
Kate's mouth?
a
materia.
little CVS receipt moment.
Oh God.
This song bangs.
Whoa!
A nice little
Hold this
ballad
thing over
moment.
right
Beautiful.
now.
You said that
so
Sephiroth
cool.
is your foe. I have a history with him.
You wouldn't believe what
Glad
he can
someone
do.
does. Jeez.
Oh my God. Okay. They are showing so much. This is just gonna be a 30-minute trailer.
They're really getting in their like mini game bag, which hopefully they do that better in this one.
Yeah.
The last
Don't
one, it was
misunderstand. You'll need
it was
to
drier
wait.
than I remembered it being.
So when you're
Sure.
ready, I'll be here. An emissary from Wutai is here, sent by Viceroy Saru.
With all this
Okay.
goddamn blood on my
Holy,
hands,
they're showing just the
how could I
entire
ever hold my
game.
daughter again?
Those we hate, those we love, those we fear. Genova would become anyone to fool her prey.
Don't do this!
But I'm no fool.
Sephiroth! Hey!
I don't know, you guys. I don't think we should be seeing this.
Not you.
Here. Take it. This isn't about me, though. It's about saving the world.
Janet,
And you.
can you give me the Men in Black
When spite
memory
and
eraser at the end of
sorrow
this?
are harvested to feed the planet.
Jesus Christ.
But she handed him white materia, and they needed black materia. This is
Isn't
what
that
we-
interesting? It's kind
Is
of the whole
it
thing.
a Kingdom Hearts is light kind of moment, which is also just Final Fantasy?
Maybe.
Disney characters.
I don't understand Kingdom Hearts references. I'm only into really cool stuff like Final Fantasy VII, Janet. But
If you want a game that makes sense, the first game actually makes complete sense, and I don't know what anyone's complaining about.
Oh, that's fun.
ここからは本作がどのようなゲームなのか、私から皆様にご紹介していきたいと思います。
Here we go. Okay. Now this we can understand.
If you were like obscenely rich, wouldn't it be fun to have like an orchestra come in and like play while you play a game?
So just like the Sony E3 press conference stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's right.
But like personal?
Yeah.
I'm waiting, Cloud.
In Final Fantasy VII Remake, Cloud and his companions triumph over destiny.
We did it.
Leaving the city of Midgar behind, they step out into an
too.
unfamiliar wilderness. It is here that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth begins. The stage upon which this ragtag band story unfolds is both vast and varied. The
Jesus
world
Christ!
is made up of multiple regions,
Okay.
all
That's scary. That's
seamlessly
horrifying to look
interconnected.
at.
The grasslands.
Interesting. I can't believe they're just showing the world
Located
map.
due
That's like,
south of Midgar.
You gotta
this
save
is where
it, you
Cloud and the
guys.
gang resume their adventure.
I like that.
that doesn't seem fun.
The Junon region, where a metropolis by the same name overlooks the ocean, a symbol of Shinra's military might.
Time to try to swim to the edge of the
The
world. and see
Corel
what
region.
happens, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The resort town of Costa del Sol adorns its northern shore,
Yes. This
while
is
the
just infinite
gold
wealth.
saucer
But just
stands
playing
as
as
a
Aerith,
gilded
interesting.
oasis above the Dust Bowl far to the south.
This is fun too. This looks really fun.
Gold Saucer is
The
guaranteed
Gingaga
fun.
region. Pay tribute to
Gingaga.
Zack by exploring his hometown.
It does look like there's going to be
Or visit
more
what remains of the
traversal
local
opportunities,
Mako
which was
reactor.
like a pain point of the last game, where
Yeah.
it's like, how do I get
The
above
Cosmo
this
Canyon
strategically
region.
placed crate that I can't break?
Yep.
Become one
So
with the
hopefully it'll
planet
feel
as you
more,
return to Red 13's
you know,
roots.
Not cohesive, but like
The Nebel region.
smooth?
Yeah, for sure.
Take a trip down memory lane with Cloud and Tifa. Or stop by
This is
Shinra
so
Manor, where
weird.
Vincent rests in peace. Your adventure
my
will even
God.
extend to the high seas. There's more to do than simply walk around, however. First, let's look at world intel.
Oh my gosh, this kid
Assisting
again.
Chadley with his research
Chadley.
will deepen
Yeah,
his
Chadley.
understanding of the world,
Public enemy number one.
allowing
man.
him to
Yep,
develop
absolutely.
new materia. This research
Remember
takes
the part
many
where he was a
forms,
cyborg?
such as wrangling chocobos, or
He
playing
says
with
that
the
at the end,
mooglets
like
at
if-
their Mog stools.
Oh,
You do all the
what?
VR
You may
challenge. Yeah,
also
he
come
reveals that
across
he's a cyborg,
sanctuaries
which is just
brimming with
bananas.
knowledge
No, I
of
thought he was a
divine
little lad.
entities,
You would think so. No, he's
or
a cyborg
lairs
from hell.
inhabited by fearsome, unique foes. Chadley will also enlist your help in
What?
researching mysterious artifacts known as proto.
Hang on, so this is outside of
Each
Gold
investigation
Saucer?
is its own side story, featuring
Wait.
a colorful
Oh,
cast
cute.
of characters, exciting new mini-games, and ferocious creatures. Are
Is
you
that
up
a
for the
creature?
challenge? And once you recover all the proto-relics scattered
Oh my
throughout
god,
the
that was
world,
cool.
there's no telling what new developments might be
He's
in
just
store.
talking casually to you? No, that's not Titan,
Next,
right, guys?
let's talk about odd jobs. These quests offer a deep dive into the regions
Hey,
of the world.
we're the
and
deepest
Okay.
dive,
characters
The
people.
who
treasure
inhabit them.
hunting.
Yeah.
As a merc,
That's cute.
Cloud will accept work
Perfect.
from people he meets in his travels.
What
Okay,
the
then
Team
hell?
up with his
Snap.
pals to solve
Pack
their
in Pokemon
troubles.
Snap, please.
By helping those in need, he will also strengthen the bonds between him and his comrades.
What the hell?
Each one of these
So
odd
what
jobs
happened there?
boasts a unique
Because-
side story. Some, like Johnny's questline, borrow aspects from the original FF7,
Okay.
while others highlight content exclusive to Rebirth. You'll find all sorts of jobs the world over. And don't worry if you leave some for later. Story progression won't affect your side.
Oh my god, the cats!
You can always go
That
back
is
to tie up
absurd.
loose ends. And this freedom to experience the
playing
story how
Aerith's
you
theme for
want
Look at how
Butt
they're
Cat?
just
is one of
rolling
Rebirth's
around.
greatest strengths.
Oh my god.
While some mini-games are tied to world intel and odd jobs, many are not. For example, popular ones from the Gold Saucer, such
Okay,
as 3D
awesome.
Brawler, G-Bike, and Chocobo Racing
Oh,
are in
what
Final
the hell?
Fantasy VII Rebirth 2.
Oh,
Okay.
this is just
Rocket
that one
League.
thing.
Others
Yeah, Rocket
improve upon
Rocket League,
their
but with
remake
a
versions,
Red 13
while still
instead of a
more
car.
are completely
Yeah.
new to Rebirth.
Oh my god. You guys, we shouldn't be seeing this, you guys.
We've even fleshed out
This
some
is
of the
Super Mario
mini-games that were
Sunshine.
featured as part of the original
That one
Final
section,
Fantasy
remember? It's like,
VII's
yeah, the
main
little-
scenario.
Oh yeah.
Little guy?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm hip. Okay.
Though
rhythm
this one's
game.
not in the original, I highly suggest you check out
God
I
damn
like
it!
that.
Queen's Blood.
Stop showing us this stuff!
No matter
Stop
where
showing
you
us
are
this
in the
stuff!
story, it's sure to both challenge and entertain you.
Is this your card?
Enjoy collecting all the cards.
Is this
and
your
building
Queen's
your own
Blood, my
unique
man?
decks.
What do y'all got? Slay the Spire in here?
He's
Like, what's
planning
going
to
on?
use
What
the
am I
black
gonna do?
material,
Yeah.
but I won't let that happen.
Oh, but they got the song back.
He has to be stopped by a Cetra. And I'm the last.
While mini-games and map exploration are a big part of Rebirth's charm,
I don't want to see any more
there's
cutscenes.
to
I
it
don't want to
than
see any more
just
cutscenes.
The funny thing though is this
Rebirth
doesn't mean
provides
anything
a
if you don't know
cinematic
anything.
experience.
Yeah.
With even higher
Like they're just
quality
like I don't know
content
anything and these are
and
just
more of it.
So they are
images
selling you, I
with, like,
guess. I guess that's the
nouns.
goal.
This
Yeah.
installment follows Cloud and company after they escape Midgar, up through to their arrival at the Forgotten Capital.
Oh, that's right. They performed this
We've
live.
taken
That's why you like this song,
painstaking
right? Because
care
you're at
to
the
depict
Game
how
Awards
the
for it.
group
Oh, that's what
bonds
they were
during their
performing?
journey.
I think
Okay,
so,
then
yeah.
One that
It didn't
ultimately
seem familiar.
decides
No, it's
Ayers'
just a good
fate.
song. Like they have
Okay.
good music.
I think you're because you're
Once
in the
you
room. It
finish
had an extra
Rebirth,
impact. I'd have
I'm
to
sure
imagine.
you'll agree that no other
does have extra
game
impact,
makes you
yes,
feel
but-
quite this close to its characters.
Not even him.
As
She's
for
looking
the
good.
graphics,
Graphics.
Rebirth makes full use of the PlayStation
Oh my god,
5
the
and its
SSD
SSD,
processor.
meaning we can
You
use
think you know
much higher
RPGs? You
resolution
don't until you've
assets than
played
we
with an
could in
SSD.
Remake.
The amount of times that I've
And they will
said
still
in the last
load
couple
in the
years,
blink of an
PlayStation,
eye.
the power of the SSD processor, like purposefully, ironically,
Yep.
because they always talk about
Maintain
it.
a
Yeah,
60
they drive it
FPS
home.
frame rate with performance mode.
Yes, please.
Or prioritize 4K resolution.
It looks like
with
exactly
graphics
the
mode.
same. Also,
Yeah.
I'm sure Digital Foundry's like, what are you talking
Whichever
about? It's
you
totally
prefer.
different.
Rebirth has
How
you
are they
covered.
so smart over there?
I don't know.
Each character interacts with the world in their own way.
And then it's weird because they also play games
Barrett
regularly,
shoots
I think, too, and
objects.
it's like, that's like such a trip.
Yuffie swings across gaps.
What? Okay.
So she's Spider-Man.
Yeah, but better.
Tifa has her grappling gun.
This is interesting.
Okay.
Red can climb along walls.
Is this? This must be just certain sections.
Kate Sith grabs and
They
throws
said Kate
items.
Sith. Throws objects. This is weird.
And Aerith manipulates the life stream.
For puzzles?
Whatever challenges
I
you
don't
face,
know, you
your
guys.
Those
teammates
sweet
will be
life
ready
stream
to help
puzzles.
you overcome them.
Those are people's souls.
Now for the music.
Yeah, this is what the entire thing
We
should have been.
wanted to pay respect to the original FF7's tracks, but also challenge ourselves by matching the feeling of each scene, which resulted in some truly innovative arrangements.
Oh, the new Costa del Sol
Like, for
music. That
example,
sounds so
the
good.
following.
Oh my god. That sounds so good.
How was that?
Good.
If you enjoyed what you heard,
was
we
good.
recorded well over 400
was kind of an
new
odd
tracks for this
segue.
game. So there's
Are
plenty
you
more
digging
I wish
this
they-
too?
I wish they did like a side-by-side audio-wise, because I don't know what is different.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Because they're like, we changed it up. See? And it's like, well, I don't know what you
Your
changed.
party
They can't go back and
bonds
play
aren't
some
just
quote-unquote
reflected in the
bad-sounding
story,
PS1
but
music.
through
I get
gameplay
it.
as well.
Hey,
You gotta do your own research, Shannon.
The choices you make throughout your adventure will change the way your comrades feel towards Cloud.
Yeah. At least I made that promise.
I love you, Tifa.
These feelings affect who will join you on a date in a gold saucer.
You can't just spell that out.
Something I'm sure many of you are excited about.
Oh my god.
Come on.
In fact, even allies who weren't available in the original FF7 can now accompany you, provided you
me?
play your cards right.
Meaning
The
Red
saucer
13?
is packed with
And
many
Kate
Yeah, like, what's the
incredible
deal with
sights
that?
to see
Yeah, like-
and
Those are the
things to
only
do.
two that you would be able to date unless
So your
date
outing
Vincent?
there will no doubt be a highlight of the
I am
game.
curious what that means. Don't show us the date. Don't show
Already
us
have
the
someone who
date.
you'd like to go with?
I gotta close my eyes, Jen.
Cloud?
Well, we hope they feel the same way too.
Okay. Okay, you guys.
Man, that was so
Your
graphic. I can't believe they
companions will
showed
share
that.
a
Did they
bond,
really?
not
It got
only
like
with Cloud,
SFW?
but with each other as well. Your party level A numerical expression of this bond will increase as you overcome challenges.
I love numerical expressions of bonds. It's kind of my main thing in life.
I'll be curious to see how this ends up hitting because I feel
The
like
higher this level,
I don't know.
the more
then you end up
skills
just,
will become
we'll see how they
available in
handle
your
it. Sometimes it just feels like you're
character's
playing
a mechanic
guess what I
new
think
to
you want to
Rebirth.
hear
Yep.
to get like
By
half a stat
unlocking the
boost.
skills etched in these tones,
I get it.
And then also,
your characters will grow
one
stronger
of my biggest pet peeves
and
with
learn
that
new
too is like
synergy commands.
the options will be like, let's get coffee, let's get dinner, and then when used collective,
Part
they say
of what
something
makes
totally
Rebirth's
different than what the
combat
thing
so
is. Like,
fun is
we'll
all
see.
the different character combinations.
All right, here we go. Dive into combat, please.
Switch up your team to fit the situation, or even your mood. Every
I don't know if I've
possible
ever
party
switched up my
combination has
combat
its
for mood
own
purposes.
unique synergy commands.
I can see it in this one. You have so many different characters now. Sometimes you're in a
So
Yuffie
once you
mood.
find
Sometimes you're in a
characters
red
that work
mood.
for you, focus on tweaking their skills to match your combat needs.
I like the
And don't be
synergy
afraid to
boosts, though.
experiment.
Yep.
You
Yep.
can reset your folios at any time.
It's a super smart idea. So you have something to do other than just wait for your ATB to
With
go
new
up.
characters and synergy commands at your disposal, Remake's satisfying hybrid of action combat and strategic planning has been made even more dynamic and engaging.
I don't know what I'm looking at there.
There's just a little bit
That's
going
scary.
on.
To experience all this and more in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on
So
PlayStation
fun.
5.
Cloud riding Gates at this so silly.
We need more games where characters stand on
本
each
作のクリエイ
other's
ティブディレクター
shoulders.
の野村哲也です。いかがだったでしょうか。広大な世界で描かれるクラウドたちの物語にどうぞご期待く
Show
だ
your
さい。
face, Nomura.
最後になりましたが、皆様に重要なお知らせがあります。本日よりファイナルファンタジー7リバースを先行してプレイしていただける体験版を配信いたし
How
ます。
far is it gonna go?
この体験版では物語の重要なポイントとなるニブルヘイム事
So
件
the
が収録
full
されており、
flashback?
クラウドやセフィロスを操作することができます。さらに今回の体験版では発売までの間にアップデートが入り、
weird.
ジュノンエリアの
Expanding
一
the
部を
demo.
探索できる追加デモが開放されます。
Huh.
本作の特徴である自由度の高いエリア探索を体験してく
That's
ださ
kind
い
of。interesting.
詳細
It's
な
like,
情報は
if you
公
played
式
the
サイト
demo
や
and you're like, I
SNS
don't
を
want
ご
to
確認
buy
ください
it,。then you go to the demo again and you're like,
ぜ
but
ひ
now
この
it's
豪華な
different.
体験
Like, I
版
don't
をお楽
know.
しみ
Like,
いた
what's
だき
really
つつ、
the...
本
Yeah.
作の発売をお待ちくださ
I
い。
wonder. I think. I wonder if that means that they're gonna be. It's gonna be the same demo that like we played for the first press event, where it was like a good chunk of Cloud's Pass, but not all of it. And then that Junon region also was an area we played in the first press event. And so I bet that's gonna be the two slices. So my guess is the demo wouldn't be all of Cloud's Pass, because that's a lot. I would imagine.
Oh my gosh.
You can feel it in your hands when they're chaining up Red 13.
Yeah.
This is absurd, but I love it.
Do you think they
Feel.
just asked, like, hey, PlayStation, can you send us some B-roll of the DualSense from
Yeah.
that one video that we just kind of can splice it side by
It's
side?
exactly that.
Okay.
Take it away, Janet!
That transition was very stark. The 3D audio. So you said this is people's souls. Is she singing out souls?
Yeah, don't you sing out Souls when you're doing karaoke? I mean, it's not 100% souls. Our souls go there when we die. It's like a graveyard dirt,
Okay.
I guess.
So these are ghosts that are coming out of her.
I mean, not necessarily. It's a spiritual energy that Ghost might be a fraction of. If
Okay.
That makes sense. It's too simplistic to say it's Ghost. There we go,
Is it like
everybody.
how coffee is water? Is it like that kind of?
It's exactly like how coffee is water. There we go. God bless you, Janet, for watching this. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, everybody. Hoo boy! People in the chat are saying none of this is real, right? Yeah, there's a lot.
I would
in
love
here,
for
everybody.
this to just be like, and it was all a dream. You're back at the beginning of Final Fantasy VII Remake, the first one. You got to do it all over again. It's a two-for situation.
Oh
you know?
yeah, that'd be fun. I do think it's like you got to appreciate this. The only way to do that is to
You
play
gotta
through the
replay the
40
game.
hours of Remake. All right. Hey, that demo's going to be exciting. And just a reminder, we're going to be tackling Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for the Deepest Dive, which is our Game Club series. We're taking this game breaking it up into multiple sections, presumably 4, I would imagine. We're waiting on word for that, but presumably 4 sections, and we're playing through each of them in the hopes of creating the best, most thorough discussion about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on the internet, and that can only exist with your support. So if you want to join the Game Club discussion and submit comments for us to read on the show and unlock the podcast version of the Deepest Dive on Rebirth, and you can also listen to the Deepest Dive on Remake back from 2020 when we did that to get yourself in the mood and ready to go. You can go to patreon.com/MinnMax with 2 N's. You jump in at any tier, that $2 tier even, and you can submit comments for us to read. Add your insight. Don't play this game by yourself. It's a single-player game, but as we like to say at MinnMax, it don't have to be. Join the big group. We've never said that before, Janet. But you can join the big group of other folks in the MinnMax community playing this, and we can celebrate this game together and give this game the discussion it deserves. Patreon.com/MinnMax with 2 N's. Help support the Game Club format, because it's a wonky one, and it takes a lot of hours to do it right. But we're committed to Rebirth here once it launches. So throughout all of March, we're going to be releasing those episodes on this YouTube channel. So you can subscribe to that. We'd appreciate that. But then also the podcast version and that $5 podcast feed for Patreon supporters. Yeah, Michael, I'm with you in chat. I also didn't think they would show Temple of the Ancients. I think Temple of the Ancients is the thing I'm looking forward to the most in this. I just want to see how they do some of that trippy stuff. And so the fact that they were showing that, I was like, oh, but there's still a lot of mystery, but the fact that we're just seeing Sephiroth talk about black materia and stuff, it's like, too much. Janet, conclusions?
I don't know. It was kind
Tough?
of it's
Tough?
what I've seen before. Like,
Yep.
I don't...
Okay.
There aren't big reveals to someone who doesn't know what to be looking for, necessarily.
Well, I mean, there's... Yeah.
There's the characters I've seen before, where it's like, oh, I'm going to see that character again, but...
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't mean, you know what I mean? You're like, oh my god, the black materia. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm assuming he uses it for evil. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what that's for.
We can talk about it more on the MinnMax show, but it's the tough thing of like, they're showing so much, but the question is, do they need to? Like, I don't think anyone's in your camp being wooed to be more excited about this game. I think showing off like mini games and range and gameplay, I think that's getting it across, but just showing more story moments, like, I don't even think the hardcore fans want to see that. I don't think.
I don't know. Did you not want to said you saw? I guess you said you didn't, but
you
also are here. But you're also here for content, so I don't know. It's kind of complicated.
Yeah, if this wasn't my job, I don't know if I would have watched this. I'm definitely not watching the launch trailer at this point. Jesus Christ, they're just going to show the last 5 minutes of the game in that launch trailer, I would have to imagine. All right, here we go. We'll be talking more about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth in a big way on the MinnMax show this week, so you can check it out there. You can subscribe to the MinnMax show on your favorite podcast app, or again, it's right here on our YouTube channel, so you can always subscribe to that. And I don't know, I'd imagine in addition to the Deepest Dive, let me check my clock, there might be some more Rebirth content coming, maybe sooner than you think, on MinnMax's YouTube channel. So, Janet, thank you for being a trooper. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You betcha. All right, folks, we'll see you with the Deepest Dive on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Bye, everybody.